Today we are going to learn about a topic called gateway. A gateway is a device that connects dissimilar networks. A gateway, we can tell, is a passage to connect two networks together that may work upon different networking models. That is, one network may be a LAN and other may be a WAN. It will connect these networks together. That is, dissimilar networks will be connected or joined together. It expands the functionality of a router by performing data translation and protocol conversion. So these are the functions of the gateway, that is data translation. Data translation means the data which has been converted into a form that the other system can understand, and protocol conversion, that is one protocol will be converted into other protocol. All these are the functionality of the gateway. A gateway is actually a node on a network that serves as an entrance to another network. In enterprises, the gateway node often acts as a proxy server and a firewall. A gateway operates at the highest layer of network abstraction. GSM, abbreviation for GSM is Global System for Mobile Communications. Global System for Mobile Communication it was invented in Finland in 1991 as a second generation of digital cellular protocols. It is a standard that is being used for network cellular communications. It is used around the world. In relation to cell phones, it is a standard used for communication, as without it we would have been back on analog communications. By 2010, it became the global standard used by more than 90% of the world communication networks. And it is one of the leading digital cellular systems. GSM standard for digital cell phones was established in Europe. The next topic is wireless communication. Wireless communication means that a data communication without the use of physical connectivity. Here we don't use any transmission medium like cables in order to connect the systems. It is wireless communication, that is through signals the data will be transferred from one system to the another. Wireless communication is simply a data communication without the use of landline. That is, without the use of landline connection means without the use of cables. Example for wireless communications are cellular phone, two-way radio, or a satellite communication. The next topic is SIM. The SIM card. You might have seen the SIM cards in your mobiles. The SIM card, the abbreviation for SIM is Subscriber Identity Module. A SIM is a tiny computer chip, as you can see in this image, that will give the cellular device a unique phone number. It has a memory, that has an inbuilt memory, a processor in it, and the ability to interact with the user. It can store hundreds of phone numbers, text messages, and other data in this small chip. So the chip at different stages, that is mini SIM, micro SIM, nano SIM, and now we have got eSIM, that is inbuilt in the phone itself. Next topic is CDMA. CDMA stands for Code Division Multiple Access. It is a digital cellular technology that uses a spectrum technique. Spectrum means that the data is sent in small pieces over the number of discrete frequencies available for use at any time in a specified range. The next topic is WLL, that is wireless and local loop. Wireless and local loop is meant to serve a subscriber at home. WLL is a two-way communication service to a user station near a small service area where there is a base station antenna that is linked to different places like residence, office building, and a gateway agency. So WLL it uses radio signal and a wireless network technology to a local loop instead of using a copper wire cabling technology in order to access. It uses a radio signals. The advantages of this WLL is that the WLL facilities do not suffer from weather dangers. It provides better bandwidth and it reduces the maintenance cost since there is no cabling which is being used here, and it also reduces the operating cost. The features of WLL is that it provides audio service, fax service, and information service. WLL is an access system that uses a wireless link to connect subscriber to a local telephone station in a place of conventional copper wire. Applications of networking. The different applications of networking are SMS, chatting, and video conferencing. SMS stands for short message service. It's a transmission of short messages to and from a mobile phone, fax machine, etc. The next application is chatting. Chatting is a text-based communication between two or more people who are in online. WhatsApp is also best example for chatting. And the next application is video conferencing. Here you can see each other while talking. For video conferencing, a multimedia PC with a camera and video compression hardware and internet access is required. The example for this is a Zoom app. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi refers to wireless fidelity. Wi-Fi lets you connect to internet without a direct line from your PC to ISP. For Wi-Fi to work, we need a broadband internet connection and a wireless router. A computer with a wireless internet card or an external wireless adapter. Wi-Fi hotspot. A hotspot is a venue that offers Wi-Fi access. Hotspots are public locations with free or free-based internet access. For example, if you have a Wi-Fi hotspot, can be used by mobile, it can be used by a tab and a desktop and a laptop. WiMAX. WiMAX is a wireless digital communication system, can provide broadband wireless access up to 30 miles for fixed station and 3 to 10 miles for mobile station.